there a Duran in the house?
Probably at a chair.
Duran? Duran! Tell Todd to add us on his friends list. We can invite him to the game. He's not currently accepting invites. This player you're trying to invite is not accepting invites from people who are not on their friends list. It's messed up, man.
Well, Ben, it's the only way to stay away from you.
What is going on with this music? Can we turn that down a little bit?
Well, Ben, it's the only way to stay away from you. Hey, we have a delay.
What is going on with this music? Can we turn that down?
Oh. Well, Ben, it's the only way to stay away from you. Ah, smart. I could not possibly know that.
Alright.
That technology.
We're almost ready to get started. The fact that our sound is coming through the browser means that we are streaming, which is good news.
No, that's not.
The stream works.
Yes.
Now we know. And again, as soon as I get some jazz hands, I'll know that. I don't know.
It's only because Chance is not here.
Yeah, if Chance was here, you would do jazz hands. If Chance,
our producer is half the man today he normally is.
that's true, man. Like normally he's pretty chill and cool, and then when Chance is not around, he's just so sad. He's like. Todd, okay, invite to game. There we go. Todd is in the game. Now we can do it. Jazz hands, rock and roll. So are we live? Is the camera on? We're in here. If people can see what's happening. Cool. So what's up, Irvine Barcraft? Woo! Yeah. We have to look behind us to see when we're on the air. It's so janky. Okay, the flannel is still here, bro. It's
What?
Hey, Pearl Jam is awesome. So, this is the first ever NASL Sunday Showdown, at least at the Irvine Barcraft. The Anthill Pub in Irvine, California, on the campus of UC Irvine. How many of you guys are UC Irvine students? Yeah! Cool.
Smart. Unlike us. College dropouts.
Are there any other dropouts in the house?
Forever alone, man.
It's alright, bro. That's alright. Oh, that's a good idea. We've got Trisha in the back with our players. She's going to introduce Todd and Sin and have some words from them. So, Trisha, take it away. That you're on now. Start talking.
Am I on?
Yeah!
Thanks very much, Ben.
What?
Now joining me are two phenomenal players, Sen and Todd. Now before we begin this epic show match, ZVP, let's bit with our two charming players.
I don't know, man.
Thank you very much. Oh, hello.
I think the mic might be out of range.
Thank you very much for coming all the way from Taiwan. That being said, are you feeling any jet lag or did you get good rest?
My first day came here, so and I ate a lot of American traditional food too, so I feel comfortable.
It's also your first tournament against Todd, and I feel like instead of just studying the matchup that you're against.
Actually, my teammate, he watched Todd's stream sometime, and he just before I come here, he told me some of Todd's style. That's all. Yeah.
Okay. Now, good luck to you. And Todd, earlier I was talking to Rotterdam. Asked me a special question to you is.
Oh, we'll never know.
I won't say it, man. Sorry. Okay.
Really? We'll never know.
All right, so feel pretty confident going into this game because you came all the way from Korea as well.
Yeah. I'm not particularly confident, but I'm just gonna give it my best.
All right, so let's move it into the match, and I know you guys are waiting for this, so we're going to take it back to our two casters who look like they came out of the magazine, Rotterdam and Bitters.
We did actually just come out of a magazine. Thank you, Trisha. And welcome back. So we're about ready to rock this thing. You said you wanted to say something.
Yeah. Well, regarding the question, obviously when I told her the question, I know the question, and Todd's answer pretty much said it all. He didn't have to say much. Facial expressions sometimes speak louder than words. I just asked Trisha, I asked Todd about the roaches.
Oh, nobody else here thinks that's funny.
Damn Zerg players.
How many Zerg players in the house tonight?
Oh god.
Music to my ears.
Alright.
All right, so I'm just going to get confirmation from the players, and we're going to get this thing going. The first NASL Sunday Showdown. Go, go. Moment of truth. Dim Roaches says Todd. Good luck, have fun. So we're going to start it. Shakur's Plateau, our first match. Sin versus Todd. Any predictions from the audience? Did somebody say Idra?
2 weeks too early.
Of course, 2 weeks from now we will have Idra versus Morrow on Blistering Sands. But here we go, guys. Sin versus Todd. Shakur's Plateau. Up. Just a second, man. Hold your horses. Up in the top right-hand corner of Shakur's Plateau, the red Zerg player, it is Sin. All right, Roddy, I know you want to do this one.
Now, of course, in the left bottom side of Shakur's Plateau, our lovely French Protoss, it is FnaticRCToD.
Lots of love here for both these guys. Been hanging out with Sin and Todd all weekend. We've been trying to collect a bunch of funny stories about them to share with everybody, but all Sin wants to do is sleep. He doesn't practice. He barely eats, but man, I swear it's like a bear in hibernation. A Gama bear. Huh?
Yeah.
Nobody likes that joke? Jeez, tough crowd tonight.
Damn it. So bad.
All right, so Shakur's Plateau is the map, of course. This is classically a map that Protoss players tend to like, so Todd should be pretty comfortable here, Kev.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot about Todd's PvZ, because I ask him a lot about replays in general, and Todd loves to play a very passive style. Actually, just today he was laddering at the office, and he met Idra, and, and despite those two being friends, it didn't look like it.
No. No, Todd just never attacked.
No.
And Idra
Did not approve.
let him know what he thought about it.
So I think actually like Shakuras is of course a very good map for Protoss to play passive. Certainly because you can split the map up. So I wouldn't be surprised if this already goes to a very long game where we could potentially see motherships. And in general, people love to see motherships, man.
Yeah. Sin said prior to playing today that he just doesn't practice StarCraft. He's just like, no, I'm just this good. This is just how I roll. So I really have no idea what to expect from him. Of course, the side effect of not actively practicing that much is that you don't really let your play be influenced by the metagame. You kind of do your thing and make it work. So we've got Todd going Forge into Nexus, Sin going 14 Pool, 16 Hatch. Or not, because it was blocked.
Yeah. Interesting from Sen to expand over here rather than over here, which is something that Zergs normally do. But we'll see where he's going to take that. I like that Todd didn't invest too much into this though. He even cancelled the pylon, which I think makes total sense, because those 4 Zerglings would have just killed it. You would lose 100 minerals, and then Sam would still expand over here. So I think so far this is pretty good for Todd. This is pretty much as quick as he could have possibly got his economy going, other than the fact that he could have gone Gateway before Cannon.
Yeah, now critically, Todd does not know that Sin has taken that low ground expansion. If he sees it, I would not be surprised if it prompted some kind of aggression, because that is a very difficult expansion to hold. Attacking through that little choke means you can use force fields to great effect, and I mean, this is why Zergs don't expand there. It's a great place for Protoss to defend, but not so good for Zerg.
Then again, if Todd would go for some sort of attack, then he also puts himself pretty much all in, because the moment something like that gets clears out, he's pretty much dead. And as I said before, Todd loves to play very long games against Zerg, and he loves to play passive. I think that's how he feels most comfortable as well. In general, he doesn't believe too much in two-base expanse. We actually you spoke about that with him just the other day regarding Squirtle's run in IPL.
Yep. Now I will. Well, you're exactly right. Todd just said that he didn't like playing that way, and he does not want to play a game that comes down to two-base all-ins. But I'm going to say this: if Todd chooses not to punish this expansion, it's going to be great for Sin, because he'll mine it out, and then later on in the game, he basically has the luxury of having mined that expand. You can't take that expansion late game.
Indeed. But we'll see. I don't know what to say about that, man. You nailed it.
It's smart, man. It's smart. I'm thinking.
Beers are good for you? Warcraft and Mr. Bitter, I'm not sure if this is a good combination. I had my doubts, but so far it's pretty good, man.
So far, so good. Third hatch just now finishing up for Sin, and he is very likely going to do what Zerg players do best, which is drone really hard for a period of time.
I love that Todd only kept 16 probes in his main base and then straight away starts rallying from his main nexus to the expand. That's the most optimal way to take an expand if you play Protoss. And wow, Todd actually going for 1 gate robo.
Interesting.
Maybe a little bit of War Prism action. Of
Could
course,
be.
hard to predict in this phase of the game, but
Could
interesting.
be. Kev, we don't have a game timer on, so I know it makes for a crummy viewing experience. We should probably try to get that up onto the screen for everybody.
Well, you want me to do that right now?
Yeah, let's do it.
Alright,
As this stalker kills the overlord.
let's do this.
Bam.
Quit game.
It's in Battle.net, I think. Or maybe not. Oh, you're right. Good
Happened
call.
to me in the past.
Good call. So now we got the game timer up top. Throws down a couple extra gateways as Sin pokes at the front unsuccessfully.
Well, he did actually see that robotics facility, which is something he didn't see before. So I kind of wonder. Or maybe he saw it with the
Well,
overlord.
Todd makes immortals.
He's afraid of
Maybe-
roaches.
Does he know? Does he know about the expand? Yeah, now he does. So maybe we'll see a Sentry Immortal push on that expansion.
Well, which is something that you stated before. It's very good to have sentries in this phase. Then again, or basically in this squad, but then again, it's really hard because if Todd stays on 2 base for too long, he tries to punish this and it doesn't work. He's basically dead. It's really hard for Protoss to come back after a failed Immortal Sentry push, just because it takes up so much
Yeah.
gas.
Sin is playing textbook Stefano style, if we can call it that. Fast 3 bases, mini drones, adding double gas around 6.5 minutes, and then adding extra gas as he's gearing up for the Roach production. So it looks like very typical modern day ZVP right now.
2 more additional gates going up for Todd, so he's at 6 gates right now, so it's going to be 6 gate Immortal pressure, which is of course going to be really scary, but it's all going to come down to positioning. He has +1 already on the Forge, he researched this pretty early on, but I don't know, it's all going to come down to...
Todd hasn't made an observer, Kev. He's cut any observer production. He's only been using his robo to chrono boost Immortals.
It's pretty funny that sent to the extractors in his expand before he took them in his main base. Not a big deal, of course, but not something you normally see.
Yeah, a little weird. But, I don't know, maybe by spreading them out like that, it makes it harder for Todd to get a good grip on what he's doing if there was that observer out. I'm not really sure how to justify that one, but Todd's army size keeps growing. He's morphing in a couple more units and leaving his base, so it looks like just what we discussed, a little Sentry Immortal action with some gateway support.
Seems like Sen has a pretty good read on it though. Since we see the production tab 13 roaches right now in production, he's up quite a bit supply-wise, but that's mostly because he has way more workers. He has 72 drones already. That's insane, actually. Normally, if you want to play Protoss, you want to push way. Ooh, 2 force fields going down. He catches 1 roach.
Those are nice fast force fields, man. They went down like simultaneously. Todd going to continue pushing forward. Still doesn't have any observer though, which means he can't do anything about this creep, which is really scary to me. As we all know, moving out on creep against the Zerg player is it's like playing with fire, Kev.
A couple of force fields going down. Beautiful. He's
nice
gonna catch
force fields.
2 roaches so far.
And this is why this expansion's a little bit questionable. It's just there's so many narrow chokes. Observer
an
finally
observer.
shows up. Todd going to continue pushing forward.
He doesn't have that many force fields anymore though, since he already used like 6 of them. If you take a look at these sentries, they're quite low in energy. Sam pulling drones right now.
More good force fields by Todd. Sections off a couple roaches. He's going to get these kills for sure, and the hatchery taking some heavy damage.
But even if he takes the hatchery down and he doesn't kill the drones, it's not all that bad for Sen. And Todd knows this. He wants to get the drones.
Oh, and they all get away.
But
So
he
he's going to have
doesn't
to
get 'em.
content himself with a hatchery kill.
And I mean,
he
this is
backs
good
off.
for Todd, of course. But if you take a look at the income tab, Sen still has 68 drones, and that's insane. He's going to have Burrow soon. Roach Speed is going to be ready as well. And he's still up in army supply as well. Even though it's just 12, without force fields, that should be enough.
It's pure roach, though. It's 30 roaches, and the force fields are going down. But like you said, he's running out of. He's going to have to kite backwards. These Immortals really worth their rate in gold. This roach is falling so fast, Kev.
Yeah, the pylons are quite far away for Todd as well, so reinforcements are not there yet. But there are still 3 Immortals alive.
Yeah, the Immortals are the heroes. That Stalker count was thinning. Here comes a probe. Going to drop a pylon right at the edge of Sin's natural. Queen's going to go down. Those are some interesting force fields. These last roaches stuck outside.
And they are really
gonna
trapped.
fall.
Where is the Observer?
What happened to the Observer?
It's still here somewhere.
He's here somewhere. 4th Immortal joining the mix. Seriously, is the Observer alive? Oh, yeah, the Observer's hanging out in the natural. Another engagement from Sin as he pushes in, going to try to pick off the rest of these sentries, but the roaches just don't hold up against this heavy Immortal pressure, and Todd marching forward. Sin GG's. And the Frenchman, FnaticRCToD, takes the first game pretty quickly, man. Sin takes that low ground expand, Todd decides to punish it.
Pretty surprising and pretty uncharacteristic play of Todd since, well,